you want kids eventually? Favourite sex position? Has the age gap ever bothered either of you? Did it ever bother you?
How did you guys meet? You love this one. Is it hard being together all of the time, working and living? What are your 12-month plans?
Marriage.
Who's the messy one?
Yes then guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of a live, not a live, I'm going to be doing a Q&A with my missus, Kianna. So we're now in Bali, as you can see from the pleasant surroundings, and we popped a Q&A on both our Instagrams yesterday. So we gave an anonymous box and we gave a box where you guys could ask questions anonymously. But we're going to be breaking those down today. So hopefully this will be a way that you guys get to know me a little bit better and also get to know Kianna a little bit better as well, because she's featured on the channel before, but this one will be a little bit more fun. So a bit of a couples Q&A. Let's go.
Do you want to start or should I?
You start. You've got more questions than me.
Yeah, I got a lot. Okay, I'll start with the anonymous ones. Is it hard being together all of the time, working and living, I mean? Do you want to go first?
It can be, but
Yeah,
it's
of
not.
course.
This is actually a question a lot of people ask us because we work at home all the time.
We travel together.
We travel together, we train together, so we are pretty conjoined at the hip. But the last month we just had was not together, and we missed each other because we help each other have downtime, we help each other relax. It is hard, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I think like all relationships have like their challenges, but I think that if it wasn't you, it'd be no one. I don't think that I would be able to tolerate anybody for as long as I tolerate you.
What was the question? So, is it hard? It can be hard.
Yeah, of course it can be.
But it's not hard.
We communicate a lot though. Like we will set boundaries. We're actually not together all day. Like
Yeah.
we'll obviously wake up, have a coffee together.
Some people find it weird because they'll see me at the gym and they'll be like, where's Kianna? I'll be like, I don't know, she came earlier. So,
Yeah.
Whereas like, I think a lot of people expect us to just go at the same time all the time.
together.
But we've got our own bikes, so we like drive around by ourselves. We do our own stuff. We go to cafes at different
Both have
times.
busy businesses and like, so a lot of the time we'll try and like tag team. So like he'll go to the gym, I'll smash out a heap of client work and then vice versa. So
Yeah,
how did you guys meet? You love this one.
I do love this one. She was my manager at work. So it was, we actually met for a supplement company because we are both sponsored by a supplement company in Australia. And Kianna was the only one there who didn't talk to me out of the whole group because I was new. I was a new English one.
Yeah,
When
I thought he was a fuckboy.
Yeah. From there, I met a lot of people who ended up getting me a job at the gym. Well, I say they got me the job. They encouraged me to apply for the job, and Kianna was the one who actually interviewed me for the job because she was sales manager at the gym. So that's how we met. First time we actually had a chat was an interview process. So like proper date by first date was interview process. But I worked there for 6 months, and the whole time that I was working there, we were a team of 3. It was me, Kianna, and our friend Britt. We never looked at each other like that, and we're both like very adamant that we did not look at each other like that until I actually handed my notice in, and then we got together at a Halloween party.
Took advantage of me.
You took advantage of me. You actually did take advantage of me.
Whatever.
Well, actually, I wouldn't say you took advantage of me because I was fine, but you came on to me.
Whatever. Okay. What are your 12-month plans?
12-month plans. Do you want to start with the 12-month plans?
Yeah, I mean, we don't really plan that far ahead. Like we definitely always are talking about where we want to be, goals, that sort of thing, but like it's always subject to change. So I think I can kind of speak for both of us. 12-month plan, obviously just continue to grow Kianna's community, continue to grow Built by Board Twins.
Built by Board Twins.
We have got our eyes set on getting to Texas for a while, so I think we're gonna go home, see the fam, see the friends, and then we're thinking come back here to Bali for a few months and then take off to the States for a few months, dip back into Dubai.
We want to go to Japan.
Yeah, go to Japan for a bit, but I definitely think we're both getting to the point where like we're starting to think more about like, oh, okay, so like maybe end of next year, summer at home, like we might think about going back and buying a home and just starting to
Set up shop.
Set up shop a little bit, yeah.
Start popping the kids out.
Shut up. But yeah, I would just say just continue to grow our businesses, continue to grow together as individuals and as a couple. Continue just to thrive as much as we possibly can. And then definitely want to get some property on the map. That's a big goal of mine.
Yeah, and mine.
Yeah.
Has the age gap ever bothered either of you? Did it ever bother you?
It didn't bother me because
To
if I'm
clarify,
honest,
by the way, guys, Kianna's 4 years older than me. So she's okay, can I say your age? She's 30 in February and I'm 26 in January. So which is next month.
Yeah.
So you're 4 months older than me.
4 years.
4 years older than me.
You're a grub. It didn't bother me because I think if I'm being totally honest, like in the beginning, I thought that it was just going to be a bit of fun. So like I didn't really think too much about it.
Using me.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely been more on your mind.
Yeah, it bothered me at the beginning.
Yeah.
But she knew it bothered me at the beginning. But it only bothered me because of where I was when we first got together a couple of years ago. Like, if you saw where we were both at a couple of years ago, we were at such different positions in our life. Like, I'd graduated from uni. I was just kind of setting my life up. I had that job at the gym, which was never really a forever thing for me. I was meant to be going down the engineering path, but I'd started coaching, and Kianna was wanting to, progress.
I was wanting to...
career-wise in the gym, and you were looking at buying a house by yourself at the time, and I was some 22-year-old kid living at his parents' house, sharing a MacBook Air with his brother, starting coaching, sharing a car with my brother, and I was broke as fuck. And that was literally 2 years ago. Whereas fast forward now, it doesn't bother me at all because I used to look at Kianna and be like, fuck, she's got it all put together. It's like we're at such different points in our life. Whereas now, I'd say that, yeah, you're 4 years older than me, but we're not in different points of our life.
Do you guys train together? Rarely.
Very rarely.
Very rarely.
We do sometimes, but it's not.
Yeah.
She can't keep up, there's just no point.
I got the next one.
Okay.
Who's the messy one? Anything to say?
No, I think no.
So he's not dirty, he's messy. Like I even said to him when he wasn't here for the months, like I didn't trip over once because there was no shoes to trip over. I was like, the house was so spotless and clean.
But you missed tripping over my shoes, I think. You got lonely and you were, oh, if only there was a shoe to trip over. And now I'm back, and now you complain about it again.
Shoes everywhere, I can't.
Do you want kids eventually?
Yeah, of course. Shut up.
No, I do.
We
I do
talk
want kids.
about it all the time.
Yeah, we do want kids eventually. But it's one of those things where we'll have them when we are ready to have them. It's like we talk about them a lot, and it's like we definitely want them in the future, and probably not that far future.
Yeah.
But like with our lifestyle right now with traveling, like if you guys follow us both, you know that in the last, we've done 9 countries this year.
Yeah.
Even the year before, we were traveling around Oz. And we don't want to stop living this lifestyle at the moment. So right now, like the life that we've been able to build, working online, which allows us to live in Bali, which allows us to live in Thailand and Dubai and travel around Europe whenever we please, it would go as soon as we have a kid, to some degree.
No, it'll just happen. I think selfishly, like, I want to just I'm not ready to share the big guy just yet. Keep it just the two of us.
It's not enough for me. It's not enough for me to go around.
Keep it just the two of us for a little bit. That was my next question in the poll box, is babies, ? Yeah, without a doubt. Like, I 100% want to have babies.
Babies is.
Did you struggle with your time apart? The first, I would say 3 days. Anyone that knows me, I'm not extremely emotional, like not at all. And the first 3 days, I was a blubbering mess, wasn't I?
She cried a lot, yeah.
I cried so much. I honestly think it was just, at first I had a bit of FOMO because I was like, maybe I should have gone back.
Yeah.
And then after that had settled, it was more like I felt like I was missing my skin, if that makes sense. Like where I'm living in a country without anybody.
I left Kianna in Thailand, for those who don't know, and then we met again in Bali.
So initially it was quite, and the people that I had really like formed connections with, they had moved on.
Yeah.
So I was like in a country by myself, and then when I came here, it was sort of the same sort of thing, but because it was new and exciting, I was actually okay. The first few days was really challenging, and then like we had conversations about it, and I said I actually think it's done us the world of good because it's shown us that we can be apart, and distance definitely does make the heart grow fonder, and like I think we managed really well. We
did manage well. The time went so quick, and when I was back in Oz, I think it was harder for you because I'd left you. I went back and I had I didn't have a minute to breathe in Oz, did I?
No,
well, I was there for
busy.
5 weeks, and it was literally training with different clients, training with different mates, meeting up with people, doing the client meets, X, Y, Z, sorting out content, because obviously you guys follow us on here, you'll see that I've been pushing content a lot harder with videographers and things like that. So I was just a fucking busy guy. So it was
I was in like slow tight lane without him.
I was working, 6 a.m, well, probably a bit later than that, 7 a.m. till fucking midnight every single night. I couldn't switch off.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that Kianna helps me do.
The next one I had was, what is your pet peeve with each other?
I actually don't really have any pet peeves with you. I mean, yeah, there's no pet peeves. You don't annoy me, but I don't think I get annoyed very easily.
I'm just really lovable.
No, but I actually don't think I do get very annoyed very easily.
Yeah.
Well, actually that's a lie. I feel like I probably would if I had the wrong person here, but like I don't really get annoyed with you.
The only pet peeve I have is just like what I said before, just like if I walk in the door and I trip over two big shoes, and then like if I've just like cleaned the kitchen or something and I've like come to the gym and then I come home and there's just like shit everywhere.
A lot of the time though, you have to realise it's like I've literally just meal prepped or something. I'm like having a meal and I've just meal prepped and I've not had the chance to like wash up or put things away. And then I'm about to do it and then she'll walk in and I'm like, oh, fuck. Like,
that's probably like my only pet peeve, but like if you can't have it all, you're pretty good otherwise.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
And I just think I'm very clean. So
yeah, she's clean, and honestly, I don't want to toot any horns or anything, but you do just look after me quite well. Not that I need it, but like, it's like I say, like with my washing and things like that, like I used to do my washing, but I would always leave it till like the last minute to do it.
You had nothing left.
And I'd have nothing left, and this isn't like, I don't expect Kianna to do my washing by any means, but because she's so on top of it, I don't even have a chance to think, oh, like, because I know a lot of guys watching this probably resonate as well. It's like, I'll literally wait till I'm wearing my last pair of socks, and I might even be wearing them for the second time. I'll like find like a pair that's like I've already, because it's like I'm like, fuck, I've got to do a wash, and then I'll put a wash on. So it's not that I'm not capable of washing, or it's not that I'm like, oh, Kianna will do my washing.
I'm just really on
but
top
it's like
of it.
you'll literally do washing every other day, and then I'm just like, and you said to me like, oh, I always do your washing. It's like, well, yeah, it's because like I'm happy to do mine. You can leave it if you want. But like I'll do mine like once a week and it will be like overflowing and I'll have nothing left. I'll be on like my reserve boxes or whatever. You guys probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Marriage. Someone has asked about marriage.
Marriage is really important to me.
Yeah, especially to you.
Really important. We've had lots and lots of conversations about it. Yeah, marriage has always been really big for me, just because like I didn't come from like a generic mum and dad household. So like before kids, for me, that's just something, like if we were to fall pregnant, it would just happen. But like ideally, I would like to be married, and then yeah, that's
Put a ring
important.
on it. It's not as important to me, but it's something that's important to Kianna. And I also, you know, to me, I actually said to Kianna the other day, something that I think is the least important thing to me is the actual wedding. Like me getting married, it doesn't scare me or anything at all. What scares me is like having to organise a wedding and do all that sort of stuff, because like it's not that I can't be bothered, and it would be amazing, but it's like, you know, I'm from England, Kianna's from Australia.
Yeah.
We want to get married in Bali if we're going to get married, so we're like, there's just so many fucking moving parts, and I'm like, we work so hard, and I'm like, fuck, that's what scares me. So I actually had a realisation the other day that it's like, actually, I would love to get married at some point.
With me.
With you. But I don't give a shit about all the wedding stuff. I'm just like, oh, like, I would happily just be like, here's the ring. Like, there you go. That's it.
Well, I just want, you know, like the ring is the bit that I want.
Which is what she wants, but I know you also want like that's the thing, because you're so fucking bougie as well. I'm just like, it's not just going to be like, oh yeah, we'll just have a wedding. It's going to be like on some fucking cliff somewhere, and like we're going to have sushi and donut fucking options and all these things, and it's got to be like top tier, and it'll just be like the most stressful thing ever to organise, because it'll have to just be like so perfect. I wouldn't actually. I don't know why I stress, because you're like, oh, well, I'd have to tap my fucking credit card. That's what I'd have to do. That's what I'd have to do. And we'll finish with a good one, because the last one is favourite sex position. I think we're both the same with that.
Yeah. I don't even know what you call it though.
It's a speed bump. Speed bump is I think what it's called.
It seems like a really lazy position, but it's great.
It's pretty good. I won't go into details.
No, that's about it.
That's probably it. But guys, we're going to wrap up the Q&A there. Hopefully, it's not been too long, and hopefully we've answered. Sorry, I'm a bit sweaty.
You are
It's
sweaty.
fucking hot out here. Hopefully answered some questions that you guys wanted to know. Stop pulling my ear. Got to know me a little bit better, got to know Kianna a little bit better,
Yeah.
got to know us a little bit better. If you did like it, make sure you hit the like button, comment. I'm gonna drop Kianna's details below, so her Instagram, she don't have YouTube, you pretty much just have Insta, don't you?
Just Instagram.
And I'm gonna pop a couple videos on the screen here that you guys will enjoy, so go watch those ones now, subscribe, like, comment, show some love. And we'll see you guys in the next one. We're gonna be doing some more Bali videos. We'll take you on some journeys, we'll take you through some sessions, things like that. So we'll catch you guys in the next video.